The name of the class today is Sex Addiction, Succubi, and Incubi. All right.
Damn!
Yeah.
This is madness!
Sex addiction, Succubi, and Incubi. No. Let me say who goodbye. Succubi and Incubi.
Message.
All right. Let me all right. 1 second.
Oh, praise it to the Most High.
Okay. All right. So let's open up with 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Right, we in the last days, brothers and sisters? Yes, read on.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Right, so these are the signs of the times that we in the last days. And we could have did a class on everything that was mentioned, but today I want to focus on the last thing. Read that last thing.
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. And pleasures can be, a vast thing. You can have pleasures that's not necessarily sinful, but the pleasures that is talking about that make the world dangerous or perilous are the pleasures of sin. Get that in the Hebrews 11 and 25 about the pleasures. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Read that.
Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Right. In context, which is important, this is talking about Moses in Egypt. Moses was raised up under Pharaoh. Pharaoh's daughter took him in. So he could have had prestige and access to whatever he wanted, whatever his heart desired in Egypt. But he chose rather to suffer affliction than to enjoy the pleasures of sin in Egypt, which would only last for a short lifetime. You understand? And that's the deception of sin. Sin is temporary. And when you fulfill sin in a moment, it will be pleasurable. But afterwards, you always feel miserable until you lose your conscience. When you get that reprobate mind, you cooked, you done. But as long as you retain a conscience, a sinful life is a miserable life. You get that instant gratification, that temporary pleasure, it feels good, but afterwards, you live in a life of secrecy and you live in a lie, double life, and it's miserable. All right? So go to 1 Corinthians 6, verse 18. So this is arguably the most pleasurable sin of them all.
Let's go!
Let's read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18. Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body.
Right, so it says flee fornication. Then it says every sin that a man doeth is without the body. Letting you know that fornication is in the realm of what? Sin. So every sin that a man doeth is without the body, meaning on his own. Read.
But he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body.
But when you commit fornication, you sin against your own body. So now fornication is a lot of stuff. But let's get the context with this right here. Verse 15, read that.
Verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot? God forbid.
Right. So in this context of fornication, what Paul is addressing, he's mentioning making your body the members of an harlot, joining your body to an harlot. Go ahead.
What? Know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh.
Right, because it's a spiritual connection that take place when you have sex, when you join your body to another person's body in that manner, right? So give me the Bible Hub real quick. When it says in verse 15, and make them the members of an harlot, in the newer versions, that word harlot is replaced with prostitute. But let's read that real quick. Read that.
With a prostitute met.
No, what is it in the blue?
Pornes.
Right, pornish. So I didn't know that was in the Bible.
Damn.
So that word right there, the root of that word is pornish. All right, in like what is that? Greek, Latin? I don't know. Something like that. I think Greek. So hit that real quick. Hit Strong's 4204. Well, we had the link already. Matter of fact, go straight to get off of that. Go to the link I sent. Yeah. All right. Put that on the screen.
Bring it out.
Prostitute, harlot.
Porne.
Prostitute, harlot.
So in 1 Corinthians 6:15, it's the word that was used. Go ahead.
Part of speech, noun, feminine. Transliteration, porne. Pronunciation, porne.
Just go straight where it say KJV.
Harlot, whore.
All right, read number 1.
Number 1, a prostitute, a sex worker.
So we know about those, right? The ones that be, in America on the corner or whatever, that hired harlots, but not, watch this, number 2.
Number 2, by extension.
By what?
By extension.
By extension. So it's not limited to hookers on the street selling their body. Go ahead.
One who deliberately stimulates or fulfills unwedded sexual desire by dress, speech, or conduct.
So that's a whole period. All right? That's a whole period. Now read number 3.
Number 3, figuratively, in idolatry.
So believe it or not, all that go together. All of that go together. Keep reading now.
Strong's exhaustive concordance. Prostitute, harlot. Feminine of pornos.
Of what?
Of pornos.
So it's the feminine rendition of pornos. All right? Now go to the next link. 4205. Yep. So
Let's
now,
go.
pornos. This the male joint. Because when we do classes like this, we always focus on what? Right. Where the brothers not falling in temptation to the hoes. But it's vice versa. Right? We got sisters that didn't fall into temptation to pornos.
Come on.
That's why we dealing with Succubi and Incubi. All right? Put it on the screen.
Pornos. Fornicator, sexually immoral person. Part of speech.
Go to phonetic spelling. Or if one, my bad, KJ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
KJV. Fornicator, whoremonger. Fornicators, immoral people, immoral persons, immoral men, immoral person.
Right. So a whoremonger is a pornos.
Damn.
All right, scroll down. Scroll down. Read that.
Number 1, a male prostitute for hire.
Okay. So Magic Mike, I guess, like them just.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
But it ain't limited. It ain't limited to that. Watch this. Number 2.
Number 2, by analogy,
Watch this.
a sex addict.
A what?
A sex addict.
A sex addict. That pornos. Sex addict.
This is madness.
Damn. You were pornos.
Hell no.
You addicted to porn. You are pornos. Damn. What the hell? Okay.
A debauchee. A pornographer.
A pornographer, meaning you You a porn star. All right? Go ahead.
Number 3, by extension, one who is sexually or morally unrestrained.
Right, meaning you out here, getting it in.
Don't fall
Well,
for
man,
it.
you out here getting it in. You in the Bible. All right? You are in the Bible. God said not to have no company with you. Y'all see that to the side, 1 Corinthians 5:11? God said don't have no company with pornos. So,
Come on.
go to 1 Corinthians 5:1. So, fornication again in 1 Corinthians 6 was talking about you joining to a harlot or a porness. All right? Meaning you dealing with hoes, or you a sister dealing with pornos, whoremongers. God said that there's fornication, and he said to flee fornication. Because when you do it, you sinning against your own body. Fornication ain't limited to just that. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1.
Go ahead.
It is reported commonly that there is fornication among you, and such fornication as is not so much as named among the Gentiles, that one should have his father's wife.
Right. So how is Paul able to say that there's fornication? A man laying with his father's wife. What is he referencing? Who know? What is Paul referencing to be able to say that there's fornication? Let me get cocky.
Hey, Shalom. He's referencing the laws of adultery in Leviticus 18.
Right. Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 8. This is why a brother had to get put out of church. Now in Leviticus 18, if you did this, Leviticus 20, the punishment was to put you to death. So in 1 Corinthians 5, you see the New Testament, the New Covenant, under grace, you just get put out of church for a while. But it's still evil, it's still wicked, and it still warrants punishment. Nevertheless, it shows you that the law is still in effect, just not the ordinances of the law in terms of the judgments thereof, the requirement of blood, because Christ paid that price. All right? But sin is still sin. Read Leviticus 18 and 8.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 8. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness.
So, this was a law that the Lord gave us when we left out of Egypt, right? And we were still breaking this law over 1,000 years later in Corinth, in Greece. Y'all see that, right?
The hell out.
So jump up to verse 1.
Verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
So in Leviticus 18 is laws dealing with what? Fornication. So the premise of the chapter, which is dealing with the laws on fornication, the premise of the chapter is don't do what you did when you was in Egypt, and don't do after the manners of the Canaanites, which dwell in the land that you're going into. Right? Y'all see that, right? Now, what do Egypt and Canaan have in common? Kakim.
Egypt and Canaan, they're both Hamites.
Right, they both come from Ham.
Message.
So, go to Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 3. So let's look at Canaan real quick. So Canaan were the inhabitants of our land prior to us being freed from Egypt, when the Lord commissioned us to go and conquer and dwell in our land. They were the ones dwelling there first. So read that, Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 3.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 3.
Come on.
For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land.
Which were what? Start with a C. Canaanites. The old inhabitants of the Holy Land was what? Canaanites. Go ahead.
Whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and the feasts of blood, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help.
Damn, what that sound like? Abortions. Go ahead.
That the land which thou esteemest above all other might receive a worthy colony of God's children.
Read.
Nevertheless, even those thou sparedest as men.
Still talking about the Canaanites, meaning the Lord intended for God's people to inhabit that land. Nevertheless, he spared the Canaanites as men. Read.
And didst send wasp, forerunners of thine host, to destroy them by little and little.
And you read about that in Exodus 23. The Lord said he was going to send hornets before us, right? Go ahead.
Not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle.
So the Lord wasn't unable to bring the Canaanites under our hand in battle. Read.
Or to destroy them at once with cruel beast, or with one rough word.
All the Lord had to do was utter a word, and the Canaanites could have been wiped out.
We're talking about God.
Well, read verse 10.
But executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance.
Right, the opportunity to change. Read.
Not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation.
But the Lord knew that they was a naughty generation. Read.
And that their malice was bred in them.
And their malice, their evil was bred in them. We usually read this for Esau, which it do match Esau. We're going to show y'all. But in context, it's talking about who? The Canaanites, right?
That's right.
So it said they malice was bred in them. Read.
And that their cogitation would never be changed.
They was stuck nasty like that. Right? Read on.
For it was a cursed seed from the beginning.
It was a cursed seed from the beginning. What book in the Bible you go to read about the beginning? Genesis. That's literally what Genesis means, the beginning. So it said they was a cursed seed from the beginning. So what happened in the beginning? Who knows? We need a different hand. You can get the cameraman. Get the cameraman. Springfield.
Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Most High Christ bless. So in the beginning, you read about after Noah and the flood, when he got drunk, Ham went into the bedroom and saw his father's nakedness.
Exactly. Let's get that. Genesis chapter 9. Genesis chapter 9. So the Lord said they malice was they were naughty, and their malice was bred in them, and their cogitation will never be changed. Genesis 9:20.
The book of Genesis, chapter 9 and verse 20.
Go ahead.
And Noah began to be an husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren without.
So Ham went and looked at his daddy when he was naked, and instead of waking his daddy up to, put some clothes on or putting something over him, he went, hey, y'all, come look at this.
Come on, man. Come on now, dog.
He trying to get his brothers to come look to get some type of pleasure from it or something.
Damn, you stupid as hell.
Read on.
And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders.
So when Ham told them that their father was exposed, instead of them running, we want to go see too, they took a garment, laid it up on their shoulders, go ahead.
And went backward.
And what?
And went backward.
Because they knew better.
Yeah.
They knew better than to go and willingly look at their father's nakedness. So when they heard that's what it was, they took a garment and walked backwards so they wouldn't even see their father exposed like that. Read.
And covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backward.
Read.
And they saw not their father's nakedness.
So Ham, he saw his father's nakedness and went to get his brothers to join in the show. But the brothers like, hell no. What the hell? And they went and covered their daddy up without laying an eye on his nakedness. Y'all see that, right?
For real though.
Come on.
And Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done unto him.
Right, so when Noah came to his senses, he was like, damn, nasty as hell. The hell is this? Read.
And he said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren.
Right, so Canaan is the son of Ham. So Canaan was a cursed seed because of that evil nastiness of his father Ham. Y'all see that, right? Okay. So, and that malice was what? Bread in them. Now go to Genesis 10:6.
The book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 6. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan. And the
Who is
sons...
Mizraim? Egypt. All right. Mizraim is Egypt. So Egypt came from Ham and Canaan. Jump down to verse 19.
Verse 19. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as though...
Remember Zidon too. Go ahead.
As thou comest to Gerar, unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah.
Unto who?
Sodom and Gomorrah.
So Sodom and Gomorrah, who dwelt in Sodom and Gomorrah? Canaanites. Go ahead.
And Admah and Zeboam, even unto Lasha.
Go to Genesis 19, verse 1. So let's read about Sodom and Gomorrah, which were Canaanites in the beginning.
Genesis chapter 19, verse 1. There came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet. And ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street.
Right, so these
all night.
angels was on a mission, right? But Lot trying to implore them to come into the house. They're like, nah, we just gonna stay in the street. Go ahead.
And he pressed upon them greatly.
And Lot was like, no, trust me, no, come inside. Read.
And they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down.
Showing you the angels with no ghosts. Ooh, they was eating. They was sitting and eating.
Yeah.
Read.
But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom.
The men. Read.
Compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter.
Read.
And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night?
So the men surrounding the house. And they like, where are the men that then came in your house?
Hey, yo.
Read.
Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
So are they asking to get to know them? Or what does that mean? What that mean? Know them. What does that mean, know them? That we may know them.
They trying to rape them.
Right. They trying to get it in. They trying to get it in. Read on.
And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly.
So this was before Leviticus 18 said it, showing you that the laws was being taught in the earth. It was wicked, but their malice was bred in them. They just got down like that. Read.
Behold now, I have two daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof.
Right, take a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can have my daughter. But not the men. Leave these men alone.
Message.
Read.
And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge.
Right, Lot ain't even from here. You a Shemite. You done came over here like you running stuff, like you could tell us what to do. Read.
Now will we deal worse with thee than with them.
Damn. So now we on your ass, literally. Read.
And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut to the door.
So the angels pulled Lot into the door in security. Go ahead.
And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door.
Right. They went blind and were still trying to get in.
Hey,
Read on.
And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxen great before the face of the Lord. And the Lord hath sent us to destroy it.
Right. So because of the sexual immorality, it was already wicked, period. Sodom and Gomorrah had various elements of wickedness, but what set the angels off? Like, yeah, well, this place got to go.
Sexual immorality.
Exactly. Sexual immorality. So, give me the Facebook link. So that's Sodomites, Canaanites in the beginning. All right. Now let's talk about Egypt. Remember, we came out of Egypt, right? How long was we in Egypt? 400 years.
Yeah.
So now take this stuff with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? You know, not all, just random history is reliable, but just to, put some stuff into perspective. Read that.
Did you know the sex life of ancient Egyptians? The ancient Egyptians didn't care if a woman was a virgin or not.
That sound familiar, don't it? Sound like America.
Bring it out.
Some brothers say they prefer an experienced sister. You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy.
Come on.
To be precise, they didn't even have a word for a virgin.
Damn.
Premarital sex was acceptable as long as it was practiced between two unmarried people.
That sound like America. Read.
Once married, the couple had to remain faithful to each other. The Egyptian society didn't tolerate adultery. Adulterous behavior resulted in a divorce. However, the punishment could be also whipping, mutilation, or even death. A husband usually got away with having sex with another woman, especially if she was unmarried. However, a wife had to remain faithful to her husband. It was the only way to ensure the legitimacy of their children.
Number two.
Number two, the ancient Egyptians used various contraception methods to prevent unwanted pregnancies. Egyptian men, too, tried to prevent unwanted pregnancies. They were one of the first to use condoms made of linen sheath.
Wow. So this showing you Egypt, they was getting it in. And if I don't want no baby with you, we got something for that.
That's some
Egypt had that technology. All right. That sounds familiar, don't it?
That's madness.
All right. Number three.
Number three, they didn't have a marriage ceremony. A woman simply came to live with a man in his house and told her parents about it.
That was our mama. Whatever. A lot of our daddy did that. The mama had the spot. The daddy moved with the woman a lot of times.
To this day.
But that's how it goes. We smash and eventually we just move in with each other. Go ahead.
Once the couple lived under the same roof, they were considered husband and wife.
What that's called in America? What they call it? Shacking. And then they got the common, after 10 years, common law marriage. All right, number four.
Number four, they had a fertility test, which sounds super strange today. A woman put garlic into her vagina. If the smell of garlic was detected on her breath, she was fertile. Not all men believed the above test. As a result, the Egyptians had trial marriages to prevent marrying infertile women.
Trial marriages. I gotta see.
I don't get it.
I gotta see first. This is America. Go ahead.
The trial period usually lasted for 1 year. If a woman became pregnant, the trial was over and the couple got married.
That's why when no such word is virgin. Like, come on now, sister that been tried.
Come on now.
Sister that been tried, bruh. For real though. Sound like America. It ain't too many. It ain't too many V's out here past 18. For real though. Read verse 15. I mean, verse 15. Number 5.
Number 5, masturbation was considered a divine act.
Wow.
According to Egyptian mythology, the first Egyptian god Aton created the universe by masturbating.
Wow.
As a result, masturbation was seen as a life-giving process.
Damn. Come on.
The Egyptian pharaohs ceremonially masturbated in the Nile River in front of the crowds to ensure prosperity. Afterward, other men would follow the pharaoh and also ejaculate into the Nile River.
Bruh.
That is
Bruh.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
Serious.
Hey. Read number
What
6.
the hell is this?
Number 6.
All right, well, now we can skip this one. All right, y'all get the point. All right, give me the next link. So y'all see what they were doing in Egypt, allegedly. And that stuff was tied to their gods. All right? Put that on the screen.
Sexuality in ancient Egypt.
Scroll down. All right.
Sexuality in ancient Egypt was multifaceted aspect of daily life, deeply linked to the religious beliefs, social norms, and artistic expressions. Far from being a taboo subject, sexuality was viewed as a natural and essential part of existence, linked to both divine creation and human fertility. The ancient Egyptians held a broad and inclusive view of sexual practices where the sacred and the sensual were often seamlessly blended. The role of sexual energy. The Egyptians believed that sexual energy was a powerful force central to both life and the afterlife. The gods themselves were often depicted engaging in sexual activities, reinforcing the notion that sex was a divine act.
So you see how the fornication was linked to their idols? Y'all see that, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
For instance, the creation myth of the god Atum, who was said to have created the world through an act of self-stimulation,
Masturbation. That's what we read in the other article.
Y'all see that?
highlighted.
He made the world. The world is a nut. Wow.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Go ahead.
Highlighted the concept of sex as a creative force. Similarly, the fertility god Min was often represented with an erect phallus,
Y'all know what that is, right? Yes, sir. All right.
What the
symbolizing
hell is
potency and the life-giving power of sex.
Go ahead.
Celebration of sexuality. Human sexuality was similarly celebrated. Sexual imagery was common in art and literature, where scenes of lovemaking and sexual encounters were depicted with a degree of openness that might seem surprising today.
But would it? Because, I mean, it's pretty open today. Right. Read on.
That's some evil stuff.
These depictions were not merely for titillation, but were often symbolic, representing ideas of fertility, rebirth, and the continuity of life. The fertility of the land, for example, was frequently associated with the sexual union of deities, which was believed to ensure the Nile's annual flood and the subsequent agricultural abundance.
That's why they went in nutted in the river. All right, scroll down.
Hey,
Scroll down. Go to homosexuality.
Homosexuality. Homosexuality was also a recognized aspect of ancient Egyptian sexuality, though it was viewed through a complex lens. While there are few explicit references to the same-sex relationships, some scholars believe that certain mythological stories and historical records suggest an acceptance of homosexual acts, particularly among men. The story of Horus and Set, two gods who engaged in a power struggle that included sexual elements, has been interpreted by some as reflecting the existence of homosexual practices. However, the precise social attitudes toward homosexuality in ancient Egypt remain a subject of debate with interpretations ranging from acceptance to neutrality.
All right. So you see that the story of Horus and Set. All right. So it's always linked to their idols. Scroll down. Scroll down. All right. Let me see. Yeah, concluding reflections.
Concluding reflections. Come on! Sexuality in ancient Egypt was a complex part of life, reflecting the Egyptians' deep connection to the cycles of nature, their gods, and the continuity of their society. This natural act was neither hidden nor shamed, but was instead an accepted and celebrated aspect of both mortal existence and divine creation. Through their art, mythology, and societal practices, the ancient Egyptians demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of sexuality as a force that was both powerful and essential, shaping not only their earthly lives, but also their visions of eternity.
Right. So Egypt was nasty. All right. So go to Deuteronomy 23:17. Deuteronomy 23:17.
Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 17. Come on. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Right. So that verse, we all understand that, right? You know, sister be no hoe, you know, brother be gay. But the verse do go a little deeper. All right, give me the Bible Hub.
Let's go.
All right, so this is the whore in that verse. All right, it go back to this word right here. How you say it? Kadesha. Kadesha. There shall be no Kadesha of the daughters of Israel. Scroll down.
KJV, harlot, whore. A female devotee.
Read the word origin.
Word origin, feminine, of temple prostitute.
A what?
Temple prostitute.
A temple prostitute. What's number one say?
A female devotee.
A female devotee. Scroll down.
I.e.
Scroll
prostitute.
down. No. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. There we go. Read that real quick.
The feminine noun, Kadeshi, designates a woman.
Kadesha, bruh.
Kadesha designates a woman consecrated to cultic prostitution within the fertility rites of Canaanite religion.
Of what?
Canaanite religion.
Right. So part of Canaanite religion, they had sexual rituals to their gods or their idols. So you had women that was devoted to that, were assigned to that role. They were specifically for you to go and smash in honor of their gods.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
All right. So give me the next one. The sodomite in verse 17. It goes back to this right here. Kadesh. All right. Scroll down. NASB.
Temple prostitute. Cult prostitute. Cult prostitutes. Male cult prostitutes. Sodomites.
Sodomites.
Temple prostitutes.
All right. Scroll down. Read number one.
A sacred person, technically a male devotee by prostitution to licentious idolatry.
You see, it's always linked to idolatry. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down.
Come on.
Yep, read that.
The Hebrew term Kadesh identifies a male cult prostitute who served in the fertility rites of Canaanite religions.
Y'all see that? So you had men that served the purpose of bending over for you to get some type of blessing from the Canaanite gods. You wonder why they say you got to do that to get somewhere. And then, you know what I'm saying?
This is crazy.
Wonder why. So, go to Joshua 17:13. Joshua 17. So y'all notice those two words linked back to prostitution as it related to the rights of the Canaanite religion, right? Y'all saw that?
Yeah.
Okay. Joshua 17:13.
Joshua chapter 17 and verse 13.
Come on.
Yet it came to pass, when the children of Israel were waxing strong, that they put the Canaanites to tribute, but did not utterly drive them out.
Right. So remember, the curse of Canaan was the servant of servants shall you be to your brethren. So we put them under servitude, but we did not utterly drive them out. So we did not drive them out of the land. Go to Judges 2. Judges 2 and 21.
The book of Judges chapter 2 and verse 21.
Go ahead.
I also will not henceforth drive out any from before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died,
Right, there were 7 Canaanite nations. Go ahead.
that through them I may prove Israel,
So through those Canaanite nations, the Lord will prove Israel. Read.
whether they will keep the way of the Lord to walk therein, as their fathers did keep it, or not.
Read.
Therefore, the Lord left those nations without driving them out hastily, neither delivered he them into the hand of Joshua.
So you had Canaanite nations that was left in the land. Now remember, the Canaanites served those Canaanite religions, right? And we did not drive them out. So read chapter 3, verse 1.
Judges chapter 3 and verse 1.
Come on.
Now these are the nations which the Lord left, to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan. Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know, to teach them war. At the least such as before knew nothing thereof.
So the Lord left the Canaanite nations in there so the next generation could learn warfare, right?
That's right.
So we always read that like, like battle. You know what I'm saying? And we equate it to, how today we gonna have people amongst us in, these different doctrines, apologists, so on and so forth, right? But think about it too. If he left the Canaanites in there in the land and they had all this sexual morality, how else would we have to war? Against what? Leviticus 18. It's war.
Come on.
Y'all do this. God told us not to do none of that.
Yeah.
That's war. Because they in the land doing it. You understand? Yes, sir. Okay. Go to Psalm 106:34. So let's see what happened. The Lord left them there to teach us to war so we could fight and overcome them, right? But let's see what actually ended up happening. Read that.
Psalms chapter 106 verse 34.
Come on.
They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were
Which
mingled,
word? Canaanites. Read.
but were mingled among the heathen.
So instead of us destroying them, we ended up being mingled amongst them. Read.
And learned their works.
And what?
And learned their works.
And we learned their works. So, what did we adopt? We adopt them whorish, sodomite practices. Go ahead.
And they served their idols,
Uh-huh.
which were a snare unto them.
So notice right there it said we serve their idols, right? Watch this, read on.
Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils.
In that verse, what does it call those idols? Devils.
The devil.
So guess what? All that whoredom, all that sodomite stuff, all that stuff is what? Demonic.
That's right.
Demonic. It's all demonic. So very demonic. So go to 1 Kings 3 verse 1. So when we came out of Egypt, and I'm going to touch on, we didn't fully do away with the ways of Egypt, who was nasty. Then we went amongst the Canaanites. We didn't dry them out. We mingled among them and learned their works. Right? Damn. So you got the time of Judges. Then you get the Samuel. And then Samuel anointed David. David rose up after he replaced Saul. And then you had David's son Solomon. So this is us becoming a sovereign nation, all right, or being established as a sovereign nation under Solomon. 1 Kings 3 and 1.
1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 1. And Solomon made affinity with Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter and brought her into the city of David until he had made an end of building his own house and the house of the Lord and the wall of Jerusalem round about.
Who could tell me why Solomon did that? Who can tell me why Solomon? Why did Solomon make affinity with Pharaoh and marry Pharaoh's daughter? What was that about? Kakim.
Yeah, Shalom. That typically has something to do with like a political move.
Exactly. It was a political move, a power move. Exactly. All right. So, nevertheless, he still married a what? A heathen. Now go to chapter 11, verse 1. And the politics about it was Egypt was located where? In relations to Israel, our southern border, right?
Message.
So, which was closer to our capital, which was Jerusalem. So, to keep that powerful nation at bay, Solomon made affinity with them, right? So it was politics. Nevertheless, he still married a heathen, an Egyptian. 1 Kings 11 and 1.
1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1.
Go ahead.
But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh. So he got a taste of that one heathen woman and decided to just keep on and then the wine tasting. Go ahead.
Women of the Moabites,
The Chinese,
Ammonites,
Japanese,
Edomites,
snow bunnies. Come on.
Zidonians,
Canaanites.
and Hittites,
Canaanites.
of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in to them,
Right, because it's laws against interracial marriage. Go ahead.
neither shall they come in unto you.
Watch this.
For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods.
Right. That's the thing. It's spiritual. Like we read in 1 Corinthians 6. Know ye not, he that is joined to a harlot is one flesh. So when you marry that other heathen that can't even serve your God, or, she was born and raised serving another God. She's devoted to that other God. What's going to happen to you when you become one flesh with her? Exactly. Your heart will be pulled away to serve her God. Read.
Solomon clave unto these in love.
Read.
And he had 700 wives,
Damn.
princesses, and 300 concubines.
Right. Not all at one. You can't even fit. You know what I'm saying? But that's over his 40 years as a king. That's the amount of wives that he accumulated. Go ahead.
And his wives turned away his heart.
His wives turned away his heart. What's your heart, according to the Bible? Your mind. Go to Ecclesiastes 1:16. Because the Lord blessed Solomon because his mind was, I want the wisdom. I want to know how to judge this so great a people. But his wives turned away his heart. Ecclesiastes 1:16.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 16.
Go ahead.
I communed with mine own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem.
Read.
Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge.
Right. So he reached a point where I know the Bible, I know the scriptures, right? I know the precepts. Go ahead.
And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly.
So now that I know all the precepts, let me go and learn madness and folly. Read on.
I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit.
So now with the precepts we just read in 1 Kings 11, then we go here. 1 Kings 11 said his what turned away his heart. Wow. So right here, Solomon said, I gave my heart to know madness and folly.
Damn.
So what was the madness and folly he went to go learn?
Diverse women.
Huh?
Diverse women.
No. What was the madness and folly he went to go learn? Hakeem.
Worshiping their gods and falling to
Right,
idolatry.
those different religions. And what led him to what provoked him to be curious about those things? Right, those women from those different nations that serve those different gods. So women, as you can see, will distract you from your God and pull you into serving devils. All right?
right.
So get Numbers 25:1. That reminded me of this counsel that the nations took against us when we came out of Egypt. Numbers 25:1.
The book of Numbers, chapter 25 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab.
So we began to commit whoredom with Moabite women. Then what ensued after that? Read.
And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods. And the people did eat and bowed down to their idols.
So once we lay down with they women, what followed? Their gods. Go to chapter 31, verse 15.
Numbers, chapter 31 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
And Moses said unto them, Have ye saved all the women alive? Behold, these caused the children of Israel through the counsel of
To
Balaam,
the council of who?
Balaam,
Balaam. Read.
to commit trespass against the Lord in the matter of Peor. And there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord.
Right, that's what we just read about in Numbers 25. After we committed the whoredom with the daughters of Moab and served their gods, the Lord killed thousands of us. Right? So, Moses is saying that that was the counsel of Balaam. Who is Balaam? Kakim.
He was a Moabite witch doctor.
Right. He was hired by the Moabites to curse the children of Israel. Go to Joshua 13 and 22. So, Kakim said, which? Let's see the specific term.
Joshua, chapter 13 and verse 2.
22.
Excuse me, 13 and 22.
Go ahead.
Balaam also, the son of Beor, the soothsayer.
The what?
The soothsayer. Did the children of Israel slay with the sword among them that was slain by them.
So his precise title was a soothsayer. Now give me that definition. Put that on the screen.
Soothsayer.
Mm-hmm.
A person supposed to be able to foresee the future.
So that was his occupation, right? So remember, they hired Balaam to curse Israel, and the Lord turned it around. He wasn't able to put a curse on us, right? Numbers 23:23. It's no, what did it say against the children of Israel? No enchantment, right?
For real though.
But guess what he was able to do? He had a backup plan, he had a plan B. All right, since I can't curse them, I bet you if y'all seen y'all women, I guarantee you they gonna go off, serve y'all guys, and they God is gonna destroy them. He was able to foresee the future based on our what? Our lust, our weakness. So now, go back to 1 Corinthians 11 and 4. I mean, 1 Kings, I'm sorry. 1 Kings 11 and 4, dealing with Solomon. So the reason why I touched on that was because our enemies knew that was their counsel in order to overthrow us, send the women. And the women going to cause them to go off. Remember, Solomon established the most powerful kingdom on earth. We was ruling over everybody.
Yeah.
And guess who it ended with? Solomon. You understand? So y'all see what I'm saying? They know what to do. Our enemies know what to do to stop us from reigning, from ruling. All right? 1 Kings 11 and 4.
1 Kings chapter 11, verse 4. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as was the heart of David his father.
Because he gave his heart to know madness and folly. Go ahead.
For Solomon went after Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites.
So it says Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians. The Zidonians was who? Canaanites. So give me that real quick about it. I went over this before. But Solomon went after Ashtoreth. So think about it, right? You see a beautiful Zidonian woman. They were black. You know what I'm saying? You see a beautiful Zidonian woman. Damn, girl, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all do something, it's like, okay, I want to know where's more of y'all. So you go where she from, or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. She take you to a party. You know, a Zidonian party, an Ashtoreth party.
This is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So you go to the Ashtoreth party, you see how what they got going on. You gonna end up serving Ashtoreth.
What the
So
hell
what? Put that
is
on the
this?
screen.
Ashtoreth, a goddess of the Canaanites, considered to be the wife of Baal. Ashtoreth is often represented as a nude female with rudely exaggerated sex organs.
So that's the first demon it named that Solomon went after.
Yeah.
Literally. A new female with rudely exaggerated sex organs. That's pornos. The hell is this?
Damn.
Go ahead.
The worship of this goddess was widespread among various peoples of antiquity, and the name Ashtoreth was common in one form or another. The Greek name is Astarte.
And y'all notice it's always Greek adaptations of these same Canaanite gods. Come on.
Among the Philistines, Ashtoreth was evidently viewed as a goddess of war, as is indicated by the fact that the armor of defeated King Saul was placed in the temple of the Ashtoreth images. Chiefly, however, Ashtoreth was apparently a fertility goddess. The most prominent part of her worship consisted of sex orgies in the temples or high places devoted to Baal worship.
So what the hell do you think Solomon witnessed and wasn't able to bounce back from? he stumbled on one of them damn orgies. And it was never the same since. I'm telling you.
Message.
The prominent part of her worship, when it says Solomon went after her, the most prominent part of her worship consisted of sex orgies. So you had the Deuteronomy 23:17. You had the Kadesha and the Kadesh. Read on. Where
male and female prostitutes served.
Kadesh and Kadesha. Go ahead.
See Canaan, Canaanite, conquest of Canaan by Israel. The worship of Ashtoreth possibly existed in Canaan as early as Abraham's time. For one of the cities there was called Ashtoreth Karnaim. Also mentioned in scripture is the city of Ashtaroth, the dwelling place of the giant king Og of Bashan. Its name would indicate that this city may have been a center of Ashtoreth worship.
Go ahead.
The singular form Ashtoreth first appears in the Bible with reference to King Solomon's apostatizing, toward the latter part of his reign. At that time, Israelites began worshiping the Ashtoreth of the Sidonians.
So notice it says Israelites began worshiping. I want y'all to think about it, right? King Solomon, the wisest, he was handsome, wise, rich.
Come on.
The king, if he doing it, what everybody else gonna do? Now think about the council, remember, the nations, our enemies, think how deep, you know what I'm saying? Who do they be using to influence us to do all this debauchery? They use the men, the powerful men, the men that be rich, they got power, they got authority, you understand? And they go off, so we end up doing the same. That's how the trends get set. You understand? That's why you got these, why the hell I can just say some words that rhyme and I get $1 million contract. It's doctors, lawyers, firemen, police put their life on the line every day. ain't even cracking 6 figures, some of them. I say A, B, C, kill a nigga C, and I can forget $1 million.
Hell no.
Because they paying you to destroy the minds of your people. Because they know once they put you on that pedestal, that you're going to be followed after. That's why Solomon's sin was so great. He caused the Israelites to begin worshiping Ashtoreth. And what was the most prominent part of her worship? Sex orgy. So we became nasty as hell. So, go to Wisdom of Solomon 14. Wisdom of Solomon 14:23. Now this is going back during the time of Genesis, which is showing you what took place in the worship of those devils. Read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 23. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites.
Right, them parties. Go ahead. That's Diddy parties right there in the Bible. Come on.
They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled.
So what that mean? No marriage is no longer undefiled. That mean everybody to get it in. Everybody screwing everybody. Read.
But either one slew another traitorously, or grieved him by adultery.
Read.
So that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter.
That remind me of the Will Smith with the Jada entanglement. It say grieved him by adultery. Y'all remember Will Smith with the eyes red and shit? For real.
Are you
Read on.
Theft and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind.
Because what come from that experience, you go to a Diddy party or Astor party, and you see a male prostitute, a Kadeshian.
Hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying? You take some drugs and you done got Kadesh, and you don't even know it.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't want it. Nah.
That people be defiled, bro. I'm telling you. That's what be happening, bro. That's what be happening. You see some of these celebrities, they be so famous when they young, and then they be old and weird and bugged out, like Orlando Brown. He got Kadeshed. Read on.
Disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness.
Adultery and shameless uncleanness. That's what always came with these Canaanite religions. Go ahead.
For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end.
And the what?
And the end of all evil.
So with all that stuff that we read, would it stop with the Canaanite religions?
Hell no.
This will persist through the end of time.
Hit the bomb.
So, get Jeremiah 5 and 7.
You gonna learn today?
So this is after Solomon. You know, he done went off, and you had the only righteous kings you had was Asa. Well, really, Josiah, Hezekiah, and David. Hezekiah, Josiah, and David. But all the rest of the kings was wicked and evil as hell. And this is what we had going on in Jerusalem. Jeremiah 5 and 7.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 7.
Read.
How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that are no gods. When I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery, and assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses.
In the what?
In the harlots' houses.
In the harlots' houses. What is a harlot house? A whole house. A brothel. God said we was assembling ourselves by troops in them joints.
Damn.
That's the strip club today. That's the, bruh. What nigga we at on Friday night, Saturday night? The booty club.
Damn.
The booty club in the Bible.
That's some
All right, give me
evil
2
stuff.
Kings 23 and 7. Now, it's another level to the booty club, too. A backside. 2 Kings 23:7.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 23 and verse 7.
Read.
And he break down the houses of the Sodomites that were by the
The
house.
houses of the what?
The houses of the Sodomites.
The houses of the Sodomites. Some of y'all know. Some of y'all went to college. You wanted to, and you went in that house.
What do you mean by that?
And you took an oath. You can't speak on now. You know what I'm saying? You did some stuff.
What the hell is this?
Read on.
That were by the house of the Lord,
Watch this.
where the women wove hangings for the grove.
There's women always involved. Y'all see that? Women always involved.
Message.
But notice it said that were by the house of the Lord. Y'all see how bold we got in our nastiness? The houses of the Sodomites by the house of the Lord.
This ain't right.
Damn. That remind me we was in LA. So of course, you know, we the real church. So we got the school. Across the street from the school is a church. So we walk out the school on was it Sabbath night? Yeah, Sabbath night. Guess who was posted right in front of the church? A damn harlot. You know what I'm saying? Slanging V on the corner, right there in front of the church. In front, the real church and the fake church.
Boy, ain't no
The
way,
hell is
boy.
this? So, go to 1 Corinthians 10:1. Just showing y'all how emboldened we got. We never cleansed ourselves from Egypt, let alone the ways of the Canaanites we mingled into. And when Solomon went off, that influence, we could never shake that off. That's why we went into captivity. All right? So, 1 Corinthians 10:1.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1.
So now we back in the New Testament during the time of the Greco-Roman rule. Read.
Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
Right. So they're showing you that the brothers, the church that Paul dealt with was always the diaspora of Israel that was amongst these different places. In particular, Corinth, which was in Greece. So he let them know, look, all our fathers passed through the Red Sea. When we passed through the Red Sea, where do we go? Into the wilderness. Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. But with many of them God was not well pleased,
Read.
for they were overthrown in the wilderness.
Read on.
Now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted.
So our forefathers that dealt with the uncleanness of Egypt and the filthiness of Canaan, they were examples for us of what not to lust after. Read on.
Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them.
Come on.
As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up to play.
So what is he referencing right there? The people sat down to eat and rose up to play. What event was that? Springfield.
Hey, Shalom, Cap. It's when they were worshiping the bull that Aaron made.
Right, the golden calf. When Moses was up in the mountain getting the laws from the Lord, they was down there worshiping the golden calf. And what did that come with? Now, this was before they went into the Holy Land where the Canaanites was dwelling. This was just based on where when we was in Egypt, right? So watch this. Put that on the screen real quick. Go down to God's Words Translation.
God's word translation. So don't worship false gods as some of them did. As scripture says, the people sat down to a feast which turned into an orgy.
That's what we was doing in Exodus 32. Read the good news.
Good news translation. Nor to worship idols as some of them did. As the scripture says, the people sat down to a feast which turned into an orgy of drinking and sex.
So we was getting freaky as hell. That was based on us coming up out of Egypt.
You can't make this.
So give me that real quick. Ezekiel 23 and 8. Ezekiel chapter 23, verse 8.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 23, verse 8.
Go ahead.
Neither left she her whoredoms brought from Egypt.
Right. We never left the whoredoms that we learned in Egypt. All that stuff we read about Egypt, they nasty stuff. We never got rid of that spirit from the 400 years we spent there. Go ahead.
For in her youth they lay with her, and they bruised the breast of her virginity, and poured their whoredom upon her.
So, yeah, Egypt defiled us. All right? Poured their whoredoms upon us. So, and bruised the teats of the breasts of our virginity. So, go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. So, showing you that was the residue of Egypt on us. Strong. Strong as hell. Bust out into an orgy. 1 Corinthians 10 and 8.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 8.
Read.
Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000.
What event was that referencing? We read it earlier. We didn't read the amount that died, but we read the event. Who knows? The fornication that led to 23,000 getting put to death. Kakim. Is he the only hand?
That's referencing when the Midianitish women. That's when we were sleeping with the Midianitish women, and
That was the one guy. But what was the event?
coming into. We wanted to.
Well, we already talked about.
That's when Balaam had sent the Midianitish women.
The Moabite women.
Yeah, the Moabite women.
The Moabite women, exactly. So that was the fornication. Us sexing the Moabite women and then serving their gods. And the Lord killed 23,000 of us. Jump down to verse 11.
Verse 11.
So
Now-
remember, that was the council of who? The council of Balaam. Send the women in, and I foresee after the women get them, they gonna go off and leave their God. I say that thing. Read verse 11.
Now all these things happen unto them for ensamples.
So all of those things were examples. Read.
And they are written for our admonition,
To warn us. Go ahead.
upon whom the ends of the world are come.
What does that bottom part mean? Upon whom the ends of the world are come. What that bottom part mean? Upon whom the ends of the world are come. What we did coming up out of Egypt, based on what we learned in Egypt, what we did with the Moabite women, all that was for our example. Every time we did it, the Lord killed us. Upon whom the ends of the world are come. Kakim, come on.
Come on.
Hakeem shining today, boy. All praise to the Lord. Don't nobody else read the Bible. Damn. Come on.
Like how we mentioned in Wisdom of Solomon is the beginning and the end, talking about fornication.
Nope.
Idolatry.
Upon whom the ends of the world are come.
That's referencing 2nd Ezra 6 and 9.
Exactly. Let's get there real quick. Yeah. So it was written for what we read about coming up out of Egypt is to warn us that's dealing with the ends of the world. Read that real quick.
2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9.
Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So in Corinth, who was ruling over them? Rome. Which is who? Edom. Esau. So the lusts and temptations that we dealt with from Egypt to Canaan and all of that, and the council of Balaam, all of that was to admonish us that's dealing with the white man. Yeah. The white man gonna tempt you with the same damn things. Go to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, just to show that white man that we dealing with today, that's the same white man the Corinthians was dealing with. And what was the issues Paul was addressing in their church? Fornication. Read that.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3.
Read.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first,
Read.
and that man of sin be revealed.
The man of sin be. If he got to be revealed, then what does that tell you about him? Nobody knows who it is. Read.
The son of perdition,
Read.
who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God,
Come on.
or that is worship,
Read.
so that he as
He
God
portray himself as God. Read.
sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Who does that? The so-called white man. It's he got to be revealed because he to convince the world that he Jesus. This is America. That he Christian. That he Jewish.
That's right.
But he's actually the man of sin, the son of perdition. Read verse 7.
Verse 7.
Watch this.
For the mystery of iniquity.
The what?
For the mystery of iniquity.
The mystery of iniquity is the man of sin that got to be revealed. The mystery of iniquity, go ahead.
Doth already work.
He what?
Doth already work.
What does that mean? Springfield.
He's already ruling over them. He's talking
As
about
who?
Rome. As Rome.
As Rome. He was already at work. So the white man we dealing with today was the same white man that our forefathers was dealing with during the time of Christ and the apostles. So get Revelation 17:3. The mystery of iniquity.
Revelation chapter 17 and verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast,
Read.
full of names of blasphemy,
For the names of blasphemy, Christianity, Judaism. Go ahead.
having 7 heads and 10 horns.
7 common markets in the European Union. Go ahead.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color,
Read.
and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls,
Uh-huh.
having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
She full of Leviticus 18. She full of it. Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was a name written.
Come on.
Mystery.
What?
Mystery.
So this the mystery of iniquity that was already at work as Rome. But this is in the end of the world.
That's
The
right.
last ruling kingdom. Go ahead. What is called?
Mystery. Babylon the Great,
Uh-huh.
the mother of harlots and
Damn.
abominations of the earth.
The mother of Kadesh.
That's right.
Jump down to verse 18.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
And the woman which thou sawest
So that woman, Mystery Babylon the Great, read.
is that great city.
That what?
That great city
Uh-huh.
which reigneth over the kings of the
The
earth.
most powerful nation in the world. Who is that today, brothers and sisters? America.
Hit the bomb.
And go to Revelation 11 and 8. That's all about to come full circle.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city.
The what?
In the streets of the great city.
And who is that great city? America. Babylon the Great. Right? The mystery of iniquity, who was already at work as Rome in times past. Read.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
So what spirit do the white man got today? The spirit of Sodom that we read about? And the white pornos. The hell it is. The white man got the spirit of pornos.
That's right.
Sodom and Egypt. We in spirit. That's why those things was written for our admonition.
Yeah.
We in the tweak dealing with the same stuff. The same spirits.
For real though.
So, give me that Wikipedia real quick. So remember, during Paul and them times, it was the Greco-Roman Empire. So this is prostitution in ancient Greece. Scroll down.
Damn.
Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down.
Come on.
Now look at that. What that say?
Porna.
Porna. Go ahead.
The porna were found at the bottom end of the scale.
So these is talking about, porna is talking about prostitutes or harlots or whores, like we read in Deuteronomy 23. Go ahead.
they were the property of pimps or porno boscos.
Right. So they was the bottom of the barrel. These the hookers on the corner that get slapped around by men. All right. So scroll down. All right. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Okay. Now read that one.
Independent prostitutes.
So then you got independent prostitutes. This is a notch up. Go ahead.
Independent prostitutes who work the street were on the next higher level.
What is an independent prostitute? I mean, she ain't got no pimp. She got her OnlyFans. She got her own. She an entrepreneur.
Are you serious?
She an entrepreneur around it. She a hoe.
Hell no.
All right. Scroll down. For the sake of time. Scroll down. Whoa. No, I don't want to read that. All right, scroll down. Scroll down. Yeah, read that real quick.
Musicians and dancers working at male banquets can also undoubtedly be placed in this category.
So y'all see that? Musicians and dancers be placed in the same category. Porno. Musicians and dancers are in the category of porno. What did it say? Flute girls. All right, give me the for the sake of time. Give me Sirach 9 and 4 real quick. Yes, sir.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9 and verse 4. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer.
A what?
A woman that is a singer.
Read.
Lest thou be taken with her attempts.
Showing you that singers anciently were used to what?
That's right.
To lure you in, to fornicate. You understand? So, put that on the screen. Play that real quick. Yeah.
Let's face it, the music industry has a serious problem that we really need to address: the exploitation of women in the music industry. While talent should be the focus, you find so many female artists are being pushed to sell their image first and their talent second. Let's face
Because
it.
we dealing with the same mystery of iniquity. Give me the next video.
He ain't lying.
So just to show you, all right, porno, and this is often the gateway to porn. Who remember BT Uncut? So
Some of y'all know what I'm talking about.
Nelly, Tip Drill, y'all remember that? Don't go look it up. Don't go reminisce. Don't do it.
Don't fall for it.
But that was basically porn. That was porno. The hell it did.
Come on.
That's exactly what it was. So if you watch that, chances are you graduated to, the real deal.
Damn.
Put that on the screen. So this is the first singles of top 25 pop artists. This was their first single. So you see Beyonce, what's she doing?
Damn.
Y'all see this stuff, right? This was Sirach 9 and 4 we're talking about. Play on. Now, what's funny about Taylor Swift, Edomite did a video about it. So she just came out with an album where she trying to cross over into the sexy image.
What?
Because she basically ran out with the little innocent, white girl image.
Come on now, dog.
So it was called, what's the Showgirl, babe, you remember? Showgirl or something like why you got an album called Showgirl? What? That's a porno. That's what we just read about. The musicians and dancers. She gotta make the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Keep playing. That That was her first single. She was 16.
Damn.
16. Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
So just call me whenever you're lonely. I'll be your friend, I could be your home.
I agree with that. I just take my time with all this shit. I still believe in that. I had someone tell me I fell off.
Aubrey.
I needed that. And they wanna see me.
Britney Spears. All right, y'all get it. All right, attention.
Hey, yo.
All right, so those are American tactics, and you got to think when you expose, because that stuff, kids view that stuff. So if you exposed to that level of nakedness and lewdness at an early age, what you gonna eventually graduate to? Literally pornography. The porno leads you to the damn porn. The pornos, the pornists lead you to porn.
Message.
And a lot of brothers and sisters get addicted to porn.
That's some
all right?
evil stuff.
And when you get addicted to porn, this is how these demons sense or observe you as a target. All right? Put that on the screen real quick. Read that.
Succubus. A succubus is a female demon who is described in various European folklore as appearing in the dreams of male humans in order to seduce them. Repeated interactions between a succubus and a man will lead to sexual activity, a bond forming between them, and ultimately sexual intercourse, as she requires semen to survive.
So the succubi requires semen to survive. They need you to bust the joints off. All right, scroll down. Yeah, it's real deep. Read that. In modern, yep.
In modern representations, a succubus is often depicted as a beautiful woman, seductress, or charming.
Like a musician, a singer, a dancer. Go ahead.
Rather than as demonic or frightening.
Right, because if she was exposed for what she is, you would stay away from her. What the hell? Like one of them damn ghosts from The Grudge or something. You would stay the hell away from that. That's what it really is, though. But it's disguised as a beautiful, alluring woman. Read.
To attract people instead of repulsing them.
To attract people instead of repulsing them. If you see her for what she really is, you will be repulsed. So that attractiveness is a disguise to lure you in and take your soul. Soul snatchers. So read the male counterpart.
The male counterpart of the succubus is the incubus.
So before we deal with the incubus, give me Proverbs 6. I'm going to show y'all the succubus in the Bible. A lot of, most women in the world got this demon on them, or they are accessible to this demon to jump on them. And some sisters, in the truth, I had this demon on them. Proverbs 6:23.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23.
Go ahead.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
To the what?
To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
From a porness. Go ahead.
Lust not after her beauty in thine heart. Neither let her take thee with her eyelids.
That's where it starts, that attraction. Go ahead.
For by means of a whorish woman.
By means of a harlot, a whore, a porness. Read.
A man is brought to a piece of bread.
You'll lose everything. Read.
The adulteress.
The adulteress, the porness. Read.
Will hunt for the precious life.
You see, she on a hunt. That's that damn demon. That's a succubus. She needs your semen to survive. You understand? For real. Go to chapter 23, verse 27.
Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 27.
Read.
For a whore is a deep ditch.
Right. A succubus is a deep ditch. Read.
And a strange woman is a narrow pit.
Come on.
She also lieth in wait as for a prey.
She lieth in wait. Read.
And increaseth the transgressors among men.
That's the counsel of Balaam. So they be summoning the succubus, I'm telling you. So Go to Incubus now. Yeah. Incubus. Scroll down. I mean, read it. Yeah.
Incubus. An incubus is a male demon who is described in various folklore as appearing in the dreams of female humans in order to seduce them.
Right. So now instead in your dreams, it's on your screen. Television. You understand? Go ahead.
Repeated interactions between an incubus and a woman will lead to sexual activity, a bond forming between them, and ultimately sexual intercourse as he requires fluids to survive.
Right. He need that. What's the, well, never mind. All right, scroll down. Scroll, read that in modern representation.
In modern representations, an incubus is often depicted as a beautiful man seducer or charming.
Right. Charming. You know, got game. Read.
Rather than as demonic or frightening.
Because that's what he really is. He really a monster. He really there to ruin your life and give you some stuff. Give you some itches and scratches and rashes and, yeah.
What?
Come on.
To attract people instead of
And
repulsing them.
worms. The hell is this? So he disguised as a handsome man with muscles and nice articulation of words and well-groomed and all of that. But he really a demon, a monster to destroy your life. Get that in Job 24:15. Succubus. I mean, incubus.
The book of Job, chapter 24 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
The eye also of the adulterer
The incubus, read.
waiteth for the twilight,
Right, he waited for the twilight. When you trying to go out, read.
saying, no eye shall see me, and disguiseth his face.
And disguiseth his face. They be on the prowl. They be waiting for you sisters to come out at night. You trying to look all pretty. And they gonna come as an angel of light to seduce you. But the whole time it's a damn demon. All right? So.
Does everybody understand
give
that?
me the next article real quick. I ain't gonna be able to get through all this. Read that real quick.
Succubus and incubus. Succubi and incubi are devils that prey on the lustful urges of mortals.
They prey on what?
The lustful urges of mortals.
They prey on your lustful urges. They can't do nothing to you without you having an urge. For they operate based on your urges. All right, give me that real quick in James chapter 1, verse 13.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil. Neither tempted he any man.
Read.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust
And what?
and enticed.
And enticed. So they put themselves out there, right? You got the images, the pornography, right? They come in elementary forms, such as on a movie, the improper dressing or whatever, social media, and then you'll graduate in explicit music videos, and you'll graduate to the actual porn, and then you'll graduate to extreme porn, gang porn, orgies, and then so on and so forth. Sodomites. The hell is this? Changing of kinders. For real. Going deep down the incubus, succubus holes. All right?
How is that
No,
helpful?
whoa, that was what? Give me the Sirach 23. Damn, I ain't gonna be able to get through all this. Sirach 23:16.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 23, verse 16. Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind.
A what?
A hot mind.
A hot mind. What the hell that mean? A hot mind. You understand? That means you lustful as hell. Your mind is set to fornicate. So that's where it starts. A hot mind, read.
Is as a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed.
Right, you got it. And that's when the succubus know she got you. That when the incubus know he got you. When your mind is burning, it got to be quenched. I'm burning. I need it. No, you know, you need to keep the commandments and live. Hell is wrong with you. When you convince yourself, I got needs. The sisters be saying that. I got needs.
Shut the hell up.
Dummy.
Tell that hot mind. Read on.
A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he hath kindled a fire.
Uh-huh.
All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he dies.
So that means he's addicted. He would not leave off till he died. This is a sex addict. That's a Kadesh. Read.
A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness.
Read.
The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sin.
Right, the same thing that the man in Job had. It's dark. It's in the twilight. Can't nobody see me. Read.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts.
So when you lack the fear of the Lord, you'll find yourself again. You'll start to where, okay, I'm somewhere where can't nobody see what I'm looking at on my phone. That's how it start. And the demons, they smell you. Okay. And then eventually, you're going to get desensitized to that, and you're going to be somewhere. You might be at work, and it might be a damn Moabite. Matter of fact, I got a story. I talked to one of my brothers yesterday, one of the captains. He was like, he had to, his work schedule didn't increase because he had to fire a manager because the manager said to an Asian woman, a Moabite, like, hey, you need to have some blazing kids. I know that because this is Jake dude. He's saying to the Asian, you need to have some blazing kids.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
With him. So what do you think the Moabite did? Reported it. So what do you think happened to the nigga that was making $71K a year salary? Fired.
Fire.
He got fired. The hell is this?
Get
That was the
out.
counselor belong though. You know what I'm saying? Moabite. I know you thinking about the Moabites that be behind the counter. You working at the sushi spot. Y'all forgot about Lucy Lou. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, all right. So, anyway, where we at? Go to Susanna real quick. Damn. Yeah, Susanna verse 8. So this would have happened. This is how you fall into the clause of the succubi or incubi. Read that.
Susanna verse 8. And the two elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her.
Right, that's that hot mind. When it become a burning fire, it got to be quenched. Read.
And they perverted their own mind and turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven.
All the precepts go out the window. Read.
Nor remember just judgments.
You don't remember none of the judgments in the Bible that's supposed to purge the desires out of you. Read.
And albeit they both were wounded with her love.
Jump down to verse 11.
Verse 11. For they were ashamed to declare their lust.
They was what?
They were ashamed to declare their lust.
So if you're a brother or sister, you dealing with that. You, like you said, they was watching Susanna day by day. So this like a porn addiction, right? You addicted to seeing this attractive person that don't belong to you. But you ashamed to bring it forth to get the help. Read on.
That they desired to have to do with her.
Read.
Read. They watched diligently from day to day to see her.
But the shame ain't enough to stop you from doing the act. So you just continue to secretly do it. Read on.
And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time.
So what ended up happening in this story? The demons jumped on them and they tried to rape the sister. Eventually, when you ashamed to declare your lust, you don't bring it forth, it's going to embolden you to commit the act. You're going to say, all right, to hell with it. Don't crack her. It is what it is. Go to Sirach 23. Sirach 23 and 1.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 23, verse 1.
Go ahead.
O Lord, Father and governor of all my whole life,
Lead me not to their counsels,
Lead me not to their counsels. Read.
and let me not fall by them. Who will set scourges over my thoughts, and the discipline of wisdom over mine heart?
Read.
That they spare me not for mine ignorances, and it pass not by my sins.
Come on.
Lest mine ignorances increase, and my sins abound to my destruction.
Read.
And I fall before mine adversaries.
So this lets you know who the there and them is in verse 1. When it says, lead me not to their counsels, let me not fall by them, it's talking about your adversaries, your enemies. Go ahead.
And mine enemy rejoice over me.
Come on.
Whose hope is far from thy mercy.
Go to Ephesians 6 and 12. Ephesians 6 verse 12. We got enemies praying on our downfalls. We got to pray to the Lord to strengthen our minds, set scourges over our thoughts, that we don't fall by them. Read that.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Go ahead.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Right. So, meaning it's a spiritual warfare. We dealing with the rulers of darkness of this world, the mystery of iniquity, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Remember, it said the Lord abhorred them for their witchcraft. Right. Balaam was a witch. Right. You understand? These people got, they literally, these songs and these images, it's full of all type of damn enchantments and evil to seduce you and entice you to fall into fornication, physically and spiritually. That's what we up at war against, y'all. Read on.
Right.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Spiritual wickedness in high places. Was that it? Revelation 18 and 4.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Who is the her? That woman that had the name written on her forehead, Mystery Babylon the great city which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. God said, come out of her, my people. Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
And what's her sins? Primarily fornication. Remember, she had the cup full of what? Of filthiness, of fornication and abomination. Read.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
Because what did the Lord do to Egypt? Destroyed it with plagues. If you caught up in the filthiness and abominations of fornication in America, you're going to receive the plagues that God got planned for it. So if you don't want to receive those plagues, you got to come out of her ways, her sins.
That's
all right?
right.
The sins of Sodom and Egypt. Sirach 18:30.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and verse 30.
Read.
Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetites.
Right, you got to refrain yourself from your appetites. Read.
If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her,
If you give in to your desires, read.
she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign thee.
Oh, you thought you was a prince that had power with God? You thought you the real Jew. Nah, you a hoe. You a sodomite. You a Kadesh, nigga.
This is crazy.
You know God. I'm telling you. That's what they want. That's their desire. All right? So we can't give in. We can't give in. Romans 13 and 12. Damn.
Romans chapter 13 and verse 12.
Come on.
The night is far spent. The day is at hand.
Uh-huh.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
Right. We had a long enough time living in darkness. Read.
And let us put on the armor of light.
Put on the armor of light. Who remember the light? It said, do what? The law is light to keep you from what? Y'all forgot. Proverbs 6:23. Walk in the armor of light. Because this is war. You need this armor right here. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23.
Go ahead.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. To keep thee from the evil woman.
Right. Now, how do we know this relate to what we read in Romans? Go back to Romans 13 and read the next verse.
Romans chapter 13 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
Let us walk honestly as in the day.
Watch this.
Not in rioting and drunkenness.
Not in rioting and drunkenness. That's reveling. Go ahead.
Not in chambering and wantonness.
What is chambering? That's smashing. That's fornication. You need the armor of light to keep you from fornicating.
This is war.
Read on.
Not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
And provisions for the flesh. When do you find yourself making provisions for the flesh? When you got time to, hold on, wait. What is a provision? Provision. Like if somebody giving me provisions.
You're like when you're making provisions, you
No, what is a provision in a literal sense? All right, put it on the screen real quick.
Provision. The action of providing or supplying
Hit
something.
similar so we can see if they got like a sentence. They got a sentence for it. Hit the other arrow. So provisions, when you read, okay, yeah, read that one. Supply with what?
Supply with food, drink, or equipment.
So think about it, right? Provisions for the flesh. What do you need to prepare a provision like food, a plate? What do you need? You need time to cook.
Message.
You understand? So get Sirach 33:27. Damn. Read that real quick.
Ecclesiasticus chapter
Come on.
33 and verse 27.
Read.
Send him to labor that he be not idle.
Be not what?
Idle.
Idle. Read.
For idleness teacheth much evil.
That's the devil's playground. That's where the Succubi and Incubi roam in your idleness. So go to 1 Corinthians 16:15. So with addiction, everybody gonna be addicted to something. But to overcome sex addiction, you gotta detach yourself from that and attach yourself to this work. All right? Because idleness teaches much evil. Read that real quick.
1 Corinthians 16 verse 15.
Read.
I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanus, that it is the first fruits of Achaia,
Read.
and that they have addicted themselves.
They what?
They have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints.
If you addicted to the ministry, meaning the work, then it ain't no idleness. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are the things that's needed for us to overcome these addictions. Go to 1 Maccabees 3:1 real quick. So you got to pray. Sirach 23, go to the Lord. Go to the word. That's the armor of light, right? Abstain from your lusts and fully immerse yourself in the ministry in this work. Addict yourself to this work. And watch this. Read that real quick.
1 Maccabees chapter 3 verse 1.
Read.
Then his son Judas, called Maccabeus, rose up in his stead, and all his brethren helped him. And so
And
did
all his brethren what?
helped him.
All his brethren helped him. Read.
And so did all they that held with his father. And they fought with cheerfulness the battle of Israel.
So we all fighting the battle in spiritual warfare
This is war.
in Babylon the Great. Guess what? We got each other to help us. You understand?
That's right.
Utilize your brothers to help you.
Yeah.
2nd Ezra 7. This is the last scripture. 2nd Ezra 7:57.
Fire.
2nd Esdras chapter 7 and verse 57.
Read.
Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle,
This the condition of the battle. This what it is. Read.
which man that is born upon the earth shall fight.
We all got to fight. But guess what? We got the armor of light, the word of God, and we got our brothers and sisters to help us in this fight. Read.
That if he be overcome,
Right. If you'll be overcome by your sin, read,
he shall suffer as thou hast said.
you're gonna be damned. Read.
But if he get the victory,
If you overcome your sex addictions, read,
he shall receive the thing that I say.
the kingdom of heaven. And we'll get more specific, verse 55.
Verse 55.
Come on.
And that the faces of them which have used abstinence.
What is abstinence? You abstained from the pleasures of sin. You abstained from fornication. So the faces of them that use abstinence, go ahead,
shall shine above the stars.
meaning immortality. You're going to become immortal. You're going to receive the kingdom of heaven.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endured.